What's up, everybody? Welcome to this video. Today I wanted to do an update video for you guys. I know that I'd been MIA for pretty much the better half of a year, at least as far as uploading any gaming content. And I hadn't done an update video yet, but I knew that I wanted to and that I needed to, just to kind of fill the spaces and fill the gaps for where I was and what's been going on, and why I've been away. And I kind of wanted to refocus everything again with the channel. And within this video I definitely want to give you guys my insight as far as what I want this channel to become and what my goal is for the channel. And but I'll leave that towards the end. I think at first, just to kind of give you guys an update as what's been going on with me in my life. About a year ago, 10 months ago or so, my job moved me from where I was at to our other location, which is about 30 minutes away. So I was having to get up earlier and get home a little bit later. My hours were varying, and they still are. Some days I work 8 to 5, which means I'm really out of the house from 7 to 6. Other days I work till 10 to 7. Some days I work 2 in the afternoon till 10 at night. And then of course, with my job I'm always on call for the most part, so it just became very, very hard for me to predict when I was going to be able to have a set schedule for me to record and for me to basically just kind of be uninterrupted, so I got away from recording. I got away from streaming pretty much altogether at this point. I think I streamed the last time maybe 6 months ago, and I want to say that was maybe 2 times, maybe twice in the last year. So it just became one of those things where I got away from it and I just never got back into it, because I felt like in a sense I felt like I needed to use my time for something else. I have had some family issues, especially over the past year. About three weeks ago, my grandfather passed away. He was almost 95. So for me, it was a lot of time was, I guess, set aside just so that I could be ready to respond if anything happened. Mainly because I'm an only child. It's basically just me, my mom, and my grandparents down here as far as our family goes. We're a very small family, and the rest of them are upstate. So my grandparents lived here, and so with his health declining, I kind of made a conscious decision to kind of put everything on hold, aside from work, and just kind of be at the ready in case something happens, because I'm the only one that can. I'm the only one that could react and respond and do something. So that's not to say that I didn't game or that I didn't do some the stuff that I wanted to do on my free time, because I did. I didn't record it. I didn't stream it. I just, when I found the downtime, when I found time that I was by myself or stressed out or whatever, then I would play a game, or PS4 or PC or whatever, right? But I hadn't felt up to recording for a while, for a couple of reasons. Just the stress of not switching jobs, but switching within my job. That was one. Finding the time to do it, because to be honest, guys, I know that my channel doesn't get a whole lot of traffic and attention, and that's really not what it's about. But I know that in the past I let that be what it was about, because I was investing time and effort into recording videos that maybe got not even a handful of views, and it was discouraging, honestly. It really was, because I would spend, you know, let's just say it was a 2-hour recording, right? One of the Telltale games or something. Spend 2 hours recording that. You know, it's going to take me another, you know, at least another hour to edit it down if I need to. You know, put in transitions, make the thumbnails, add music if I need to, which probably wasn't the case, but you know, it was an investment of time to edit it down into what it is that I wanted to produce for you guys and what it was that I wanted to upload, right? So, and then the program that I was using at the time was so slow. It was incredibly slow. Not so much for the editing part. The editing part was fantastic, but it would not upload directly to YouTube. What I was having to do was like do a double save. I would have to save it to an external hard drive, right, as its own file, like the edited final version. Then I would have to go to YouTube and upload it through there. Okay. The problem was that that program took forever to save. Okay, and if you've ever uploaded anything directly to YouTube, sometimes like it took forever to upload, and then it would have to what's the word I'm looking for? It would have to like render or you know, something on YouTube as well. So, and it was ridiculous if I tried to do it in a 1080p format. I mean, granted, I record in like a 720p, but to downscale it even farther, you know, for a save file or to put it on YouTube, didn't make it look as good. So it was like I was recording at a quality that was like here, or okay, let's say the quality is up here, right? Then I would save it. I would have to save it at a 720p version of a 720p, right? So it would be like here, and then uploading to YouTube, it would sometimes be in between. So I wasn't uploading content that I felt was at the best that it could be, even though I definitely don't have the best setup at all. But I'm the type of person that I'm not going to upload something, I'm not going to, you know, produce something and share it unless I'm happy with the final result. And that's the part that was so discouraging for me. I was putting all this time, I was investing all this time, effort, and the numbers just weren't coming through. And to an extent, that's my own fault for letting it get to my head, because the numbers isn't what it should be about at all. You know, I enjoy gaming and recording, editing and uploading. I do. I like it. It's fun. It's creative. It's something that allows me to just kind of let stuff go for a while. You know, I'm focused on my video. I'm focused on my game. I'm focused on, you know, producing some kind of quality content. And at the end of it all, it was like, well, if nobody's watching it, why should I even do it? And I really got down on myself about it. And I just kind of gave up for a while. Honestly, I gave up, and I said, you know what, fuck it. I don't need to do it. It's just a waste of my time. You know, you know, now I'm 27, right? But I'm old enough to be past this part. You know, it's stuff that teenagers do, kids do, whatever. And you know, I really took it out on myself because I felt like I could have spent my time more wisely on other things. And the truth be told, like, even over the last year, my stress level has been higher than it's ever been. And without having an outlet for that, you know, I turned to things that were less than good for me. I mean, not to say that they were bad, but, you know, just kind of spending more time out of the house with friends, or, you know, going to a bar and drinking with my friends and things like that. And you know, it kind of catches up to you at some point, because you realize that you don't want this to be the regular. You know, I mean, not that, like I said, not to say that there's anything wrong with going out with friends or having a drink or anything, but when you start to notice that it's becoming, you know, every other week, or several times a month that you're doing this, or even getting invited on a weekday when you know you have work the next day. It's not a healthy way to get rid of that stress, and I really didn't have any other outlet for it, because I was so wrapped up in my job and just trying to be present for my family. And like I said, I would game, but it was here at home, it was by myself, it was whenever I felt like I wasn't intruding on somebody else's time that I was supposed to be spending with them, so it's been very stressful for me. And especially after the new year, I kind of buckled down and I said, you know what, I shouldn't have to give up something that I enjoy doing just because numbers aren't there, or because I have basically fooled myself into saying that my time is better spent elsewhere. And what kind of came to my mind was that this is my time. This is for me. It's not so much for the, it is for the audience, but I get so much more out of it at this point because I don't have the numbers. If I enjoy producing content, if I enjoy creating something, if I enjoy playing something, and if somebody else watches it or not, as long as I had fun doing it, that's better for me. So especially after the first of the year, and after my grandfather passed away and everything, I really kind of had to take a hard look at myself and decide that I needed to do more for me. I needed to eat better. I'm definitely not exercising, but I'm starting with the diet. I'm trying to change that, because it got to a point where I was just eating whatever the hell I wanted, whenever I wanted, and it didn't matter what it was, time of day, night, and then adding that with drinking, a few times a week. A few times a month. I started feeling a change in my body. I was just tired all the time, and it coupled with the stress, it just wasn't good for me. So I've started eating better. I've started, trying to drink less. Even if I do go out with friends, I don't drink nearly as much as I used to. But I'm just trying to take care of myself now. I've been selfless in a lot of ways with a lot of things, and I feel like I have neglected myself in that sense. And now that I've it sounds awful to say, but now that I've got more time to myself, and now that I'm more comfortable in my work and family things have stabilized a little bit, it's okay for me to take time for myself. I've always been the one that has to stay strong for other people and kind of bear the burden, so to speak, and I need to do more for me, just because I want to do something. Not because I have to, or I need to, or it's not an errand that I have to run. It's something that I want to do. So, like I said, I made a decision, and I said, you know what? I need to get back into, at the very least, recording for YouTube. I need to create content. I need to, refocus what I wanted this channel to be. And even if nobody pays attention and nobody watches it, that's okay. At the end of the day, if I get something out of it, if I get some kind of creative enjoyment, some kind of, I discover something new that I truly enjoyed, which I have already. Even just this first game that I recorded, guys, Rockwin was so much more than I ever thought it was going to be, and it blew me away, and I was so happy that I decided to just play it. I was so happy that I decided to record it and that I was able to share it, because it's a game that doesn't have a whole lot of following as best that I can tell. I had never heard of it. And, that's where my focus is at with this channel. I don't want to play the big time games. I don't want to play the games that everybody's playing. I don't want to play the games that have just been released that are the next big thing. you know, I've kind of come to the conclusion that if I'm going to be a small channel, I need to support small games. You know, not to say that I won't play a big game if I like it or I'm really excited for it or something, you know, but I got a slate of games lined up that I haven't seen anybody else play, you know. So I think that that's kind of where I want this channel to go, direction-wise. I want it to kind of specialize in games that don't get a whole lot of attention, but still they're games that have caught my eye, have caught my attention, that look different, that, you know, they may be great, they may be awful, I don't know, but even just taking that chance and exploring something new, like with Rakuin, it is worth it, you know. And you know, that's just kind of the direction that I want to take this. I don't want to feel like there's any reason that I should stop. You know, if I enjoy it, if it's my hobby, if it's, you know, something that gives me something positive, then I need to do that. You know, it's not my full-time job. It's not anything that I think will ever become my full-time job, but you know, this is for me, and that's okay. You know, I know that I've got people out there that continue to watch my content since day one. You know, even back on Twitch. Just the two people that come to my mind immediately, technically three, maybe four now that I think about it, but you know, you guys have been there with me since the start, pretty much. I'm talking about you guys, I'm talking about Bless You, I'm talking about Sweet Cries, I'm talking about Ghostislav, and I'm talking about Duke. You know, you guys have been with me for years now, and to know that I can be gone for, you know, 6 months, 12 months, and you guys are still going to be there to watch my content and support me, even when I'm not consistent, that means a lot to me, you know. And the thing is too, like, even if it's not for me, I know it is that the content that I create is for you too, you know. And that's another thing that keeps me going also, you know. I'm not this high energy YouTuber, you know, giving away crap, and you know, that's not me. I'm funny, you know, but I'm not trying to be funny, you know. Then there's a huge difference, and you can tell when people are just trying to be funny for the camera. And I tried that once back when I first started Twitch, and yeah, it got me a little bit more clicks and, you know, a little bit more attention, and that's not me, guys. You know, it's exhausting to try and be somebody that you're not. So don't expect me to be like that. You know, there are times where I'm very high energy, and then there are times where I'm not. 9 out of 10 times I'm not. So why am I going to portray something that I'm not on camera just so that I get more views for my hobby? It doesn't make sense to me. And the thing that I have thought too, you know, and just in kind of closing everything in this video, because I don't want to make this video drag out too much, but you know, one day, hopefully, when or I'm trying to think of how best to say this, but the day that I'm no longer here, right? People will be able to look back and view videos of me doing what I enjoyed. And the hope is that they're not going to see these videos as somebody that they don't recognize. You know, this is me, and this will always be me, you know. So, I mean, if I can leave that behind for other people to continue to enjoy while I'm gone, my loved ones, then, hey, I did my part, you know. So, I just really want to close everything off by saying thank you to everybody. I do plan to continue making videos. I plan to upload when possible. I can't say that I'm going to be consistent because I just don't know. But, you know, my goal, I can say it's a goal, is just to be better to myself this year. And, you know, tell me what you think. You know, leave me a comment, leave me a message. The few of you that have been with me since the beginning, you know, all of you guys have me as personal friends on Facebook. You know, shoot me a message, let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, hey, give me constructive criticism too. I welcome all that. So I really wanted to make this video for you guys. I wanted you guys to kind of have a different perspective of where I'm coming from, what I've been through, and, you know, while I'm not going to share, you know, everything from my personal life either, but I feel it's important for people to connect with who they're watching. And this is me, and, you know, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, then don't. You know, it's not going to hurt my feelings one way or the other, but yeah. So this is the update video, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. Like I always say, leave a like, leave a comment. I tend to respond to every single one that I'm able. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm going to start a new Let's Play pretty soon. So look forward to that, guys. And I'll be seeing all of you in the next video, guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for your support. And I'll see you guys soon. So, bye.